And what's up? We going live. Welcome to the Impact Podcast. I'm your host, Coach A. I guess you can probably call me Cripple Coach A. I just had surgery. So, well, I ain't just have it. I had it last Thursday. So today is our Father's Day Thursday, our tribute to Father's Day. Just want to give a shout out to all the pops. Want to know what you got going on this weekend, if you guys have plans or not. If you're making plans to be with your pops, hopefully I can try to get mine on. I want to holler at him. So, but you already know what time it is when you're trying to get the old school connected with the new school. It's super hard. Like we worked on it last night, trying to get the computer and stuff situated, and we couldn't. We got the sound, but we couldn't. For some reason, we couldn't get the video. So it was kind of like trying to teach him rocket science. So, and then after a while, you didn't want anybody old school after a while. They're like, I can't do it. I'm sorry, son. I can't do it. So that's how it was. But so anyway, I'm hanging in there. I hope you had a great Thursday. Mine's been cool. I've been laid up, sitting up on the couch with my foot propped all week. Had that foot surgery. It's been getting at me for sure. So I got to go to the doctor tomorrow. And hopefully you take these stitches out and I'll be cool. No pain, though. No pain. That's what's up. So I can't complain about that. So let me know what you got plans for this weekend coming up. I know this Sunday we celebrating Father's Day. We're gonna be cooking out seafood fest for your boy, yours truly. Vintage 1974. That's when I was made for sure in Ohio. But anyhow, we having a seafood cookout this Sunday for the dads. Well, not for no extra dads, just me and pops. So we're doing that. My wife is going to be getting all the stuff I like. So that's the celebration for us. Do we celebrate Father's Day the same way we celebrate Mother's Day? Father's Day to me is important, super important, because men are the leaders. So we should, every time we get a chance to celebrate men, we should always celebrate men for sure. So this Father's Day, if you have a father figure or your own pops or whoever, anybody stood in the gap, make sure you celebrate them. If you just send them a message, say Happy Father's Day, how you doing? Send them, a gift card or something. Men probably don't like flowers, so get them a gift card to their favorite restaurant. Men like that for sure. You can always drop by, give them a hug and a kiss on the cheek. Say I love you, pops. Appreciate everything you've done. So all these things help for sure, for sure, for sure. So, but yeah, it's been, like I said, it's been one of those kind of weeks where, I just been sitting up trying to heal from this surgery. It's crazy because, when anybody have foot surgery, you have to, it's not that I'm in any pain, but, I still got stitches in there. And so until the stitches get removed, you got to keep it dry. So you can imagine I got to take a shower in the guest bathroom. I gotta because we don't have no shower chair or nothing in there. So if you can just imagine, I have a lawn chair that sits inside the bathtub, and so the actual shower knob, the shower head comes off. Like the little hose, it comes off. So I sit down in the lawn chair in the bathtub, and then I put a pillow on top of the toilet, and I prop my leg out on top of the toilet while I'm sitting there taking a shower. So it's crazy. We got my boy Will. What's up, man?
What's up, Coach A?
Yes, sir. You doing all right? You still working?
Yeah, of course.
Oh man. Oh, what time you normally get off? You
Oh, I'm off. I'm just
what?
getting.
Oh, okay. That's why I asked if you were still working, dog. I was just telling the story, man. How I got to take a bath in
That's
the
really a launch, yeah.
yeah, got a lawn chair in there.
Man, that's
I had
crazy.
a foot. Yeah. You got to do what you got to do. You know how it is. We don't have no special bathtub built for, you know, wheelchairs and crutches and none of that stuff.
They actually have them. You
I
just
know
think
they have them. I know they have them, but I ain't got one. And I ain't finna get one either.
I'm telling you.
I'm finna tough it out. I ain't finna spend no more. Hey, I came across the last bill because remember I had the same thing done on my right foot, the
Hmm.
same procedure, and so I looked at the bill, man. It was like $27,000, man. I was like, dang. Yep, I got it right here.
I'm in the
It's
wrong
crazy. So I'm gonna be checking to make sure they don't overcharge me. Like I ain't paying no much extra for this. So what's up, man? You guys got plans for this weekend?
No, I was just finishing packing, get ready for this big move.
Oh yeah, yeah. You finna move to the Georgia.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
gonna
a,
bless Georgia with my presence, man.
exactly. And then you're gonna curse us by leaving. But it's all right. It's all good.
We just gonna network. We just gonna grow. Gonna grow.
Yeah. Well, I finally got you on.
I've been supposed to be on for about 2-3 weeks now,
Exactly.
but we on. Like
So since we got you on, man, tell me what's up for your you know, you got a father figure in your life. Is your dad in your life?
Nah, man, you the closest thing I got to a father figure.
Stop. We the same age. Why you tripping?
Man, we'll go with that.
We the same age. Stop tripping.
We'll go with that. No, I ain't really got no father, man. When my mom passed away, I reached out to my father. We talked for like an hour one day, though. I remember we talked for like an hour. And I thought we was getting somewhere, but then the next day he kind of just changed his number. Then I called my little brother was staying with him. My siblings from my father, we all keep in touch. So
Yeah.
I called him one day and was like, "Man, what's up? You know, why Pops at?" He was like, "He's sitting right there. He just changed his number." But I told him I ain't really want nothing from him. I mean, I'm a grown man now.
So you know where he is then?
Yeah, yeah, he in Alabama. I mean, he was in Alabama. Now he stay in Charlotte. He stay in North Carolina.
Well, you should definitely reach out to him, man. Just just to say what's up,
I
communicate.
did, man. I tried. He on Facebook. He friends with my kid's mother, my first kid's mother. He friends with like all my friends, but he won't accept my friend request.
Oh yeah,
You
that's.
know, he
I
just
think he might feel, and of course, I didn't want to put you out there like this, but
nah. You know, I'm good.
but since we on the conversation, but it's always good to
Yeah,
be able to do your part. You know what I'm saying? You can't obviously we can't account for the other person, but
yeah,
at least you clear your side by reaching out, speaking, and just sending messages from time to time, letting you know that no hard feelings. I love you, big bro, pops. What'd you call him?
I don't know what to call him.
I'm gonna tell you that's the problem I had with my biological father is that we wasn't introduced until I think I was like maybe six, six or
Mm.
seven, and so when I met him in jail, they took me to the jail to see him, and that's my first and first impression. They were like, "Yo, this your dad," and
Yeah,
he
it's
said, "I'm
hard,
like."
man. You don't know what he called me. When he called me, he was like, I need a car cleaned," and I was like, "Okay, what kind of car do you have?" And he was telling me. He was like, "This your daddy." I was like, "Who?" He's
He
like,
said, "This shit." By the way, this your daddy.
"Yeah." I was like, "I don't think I got one of those." He was like, "Come on, man."
Oh, stop.
Then we started talking, but you know how I just be joking around, man.
Yeah.
But
So, but yeah, that was and it was hard, well, I used to think about that as I got older, into like my 30s, like, man, I don't have nobody that I feel comfortable calling dad, because
yeah, yeah,
that's a strong word.
that is, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I never realized that until I didn't have the person to call dad, and so obviously I mean I had a step dad that came into my life when I was 12, and I have to force myself, because he deserved that title,
yeah.
force myself to, you know what I'm saying, literally say it, because it's a powerful word, and it's just like,
Yeah, I don't think I ever called nobody like I never called nobody daddy or father or nothing. That's why growing up when I had my kids, I kind of just winged it, man. I kind of just try to give them the best education I could, and I just winged it, man.
yeah. So what about father figures? Now I know you talk about me, but we the same age, so I'm You
Man,
keep trying to push me up there.
I don't really have no father. I mean, my wife's stepdad, he kind of been like that. He's her father, so I kind of interact with him
Gravitated.
in that way. But
Yeah.
I never had no father figure, man. Never, never, man.
Nobody to kind of help. What about like cousins, older cousins, uncles? Nobody that what I'm saying, tackle you, throw that football at you. Nothing.
Nothing. I never had nothing, man. I'm sitting here thinking hard, like who, but I never had that. I
Yeah,
never
that's
had that.
unfortunately it's not uncommon. It happens,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it was a little different, and I actually put a list of some of the people that kind of stepped in the gap, and they didn't even know, they didn't even really know, what I'm saying, that they was that kind of father figure. And what I mean by father figure, fatherly figure, I don't mean that they actually played that part like this is what they wanted to do. I mean, they actually, you took bits and pieces off of these men. You see what I'm saying? You had to take bits and pieces off of certain men that you come in contact with or that you met.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's 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 how the connection that we got, man. And I appreciate it, and I appreciate you always being there. So that's just how it goes, man. It's part of life. I just take it how it comes, man. I salute
yeah.
all the fathers, though. And I don't even hate my own father. I mean, hey,
Well, that's good.
at,
Hate is,
at a
you know,
point I did. I used to talk a lot of stuff about him, but now I'm just like, man, ain't much you can really give me now, except like love, maybe, or connection or something. I don't know.
exactly. Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't, obviously I didn't hate my dad, but it was one point that he came around a couple times. I don't know if him my mom was dating or they were just hooking up or whatever the situation was, but
It was coating.
they was cool. So, but I just remember that feeling with him being in the house, and so it was only like once or twice, and then it was a good feeling at the time, but I never really connected. After that, that was done. That was done. In fact, it was just like whenever he came around, I was like, "What's in your pockets?" That's what.
Hey,
What's in
see my
what's,
auntie right there, Tracy. That's my daddy's sister, and I keep in contact with my
Tracy
auntie.
Mays?
Is that? Oh no, is
That's
that my
my aunt. Why you trying to take my aunt,
my
man?
auntie named Tracy too? Now
Yeah, but you trying to take mine, man. You
I'm
back
sorry,
up.
Tracy. Hey, Auntie
So
Tracy.
exactly. Hey, Auntie Tracy. So go ahead. What was you saying?
But I keep in contact with like his brothers, my uncles, my aunties, my grandma. She just passed away. I keep in touch with her. Like I keep
Mhm.
in touch with everybody except him. And
Well, you,
all of them say the same thing. He just the way he is, and all his kids they say the same thing. So
yeah,
I don't know.
you just got to include him in the communication. That's all. Just send a message. It'll help you. It'll help you as far as your psyche and you know what I'm saying, your demeanor and all that stuff. Trust me, it'll help. You can't see it because you still got that tough coating. You
Man, this
still
culture ain't tough. It just look like that, man.
Yeah, no, I know you. I know you. We all got it. We all got it to a certain extent, but
Yeah, yeah,
and there's a lot of things that we should be doing that will affect us,
yeah.
that will help us, and we don't even know it. We don't realize that. It just does. So anyhow, but what does Father's Day mean to you, man?
Man, Father's Day has mean a lot, man. I mean, now that I'm a father, it means a lot. It really ain't have no meaning like back then, but now it means a lot because I take pride in being a father. I take pride
Mhm.
in teaching my kids, and if they learn something or if I teach them something and they repeat it back to me, I take pride in that because I'm the one that taught them that. And
Yeah.
it feels good to like wake up next to my kids every morning. I don't, it's just a good thing to be a father, man. I'm a father. I'm a teacher. I protect. I provide, and that's just I have a big heart and I care for people. So of course, with my own kids, it just go to the extreme. So
Yeah,
it means
exactly.
a lot to me, man.
It do, and the same thing to me because I think of some of the things that I taught my kids, at a young age that nobody, and these are major things in kids' lives that they do, like riding a bike,
Yeah,
teaching them how to drive, putting them behind the wheel and be like, yo, let's go to this parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Swimming. I taught all my kids how to swim at a young age, like 4 years old, four or
oh,
five
yeah,
years old.
see,
They
yeah.
were swimming like fish.
See, my kids
So
love the water, man. They
yeah,
always in it.
yeah. So I
It's
mean,
good though, man.
it is, but it is a huge responsibility too, for sure.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
it's a
saying? I
lot.
think a lot of times, even growing up, I didn't realize it ain't till we get mature that we realize how huge this responsibility is, because ultimately we mold in the future.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
but when we was younger, especially me, I can't say we, but when I was younger, I was a lot more selfish. I mean, I like I said, I took time with my kids and taught them stuff, but I still had a selfish thing. I wanted to go play basketball, or I wanted to hang out and stuff like that, and I never really, you know thought about how important that fatherly role is, and how to take it. And
yeah,
I think a lot of people just get caught up because it's so easy to have kids and everybody's having kids,
yeah,
that
yeah,
they don't realize the responsibility of kids.
yeah. It's a lot. And I take my hats off to a lot of those mothers that's out here doing it without fathers. But
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
it's because man, my wife went out of town for the weekend, and I had those kids full time. Oh man, man, listen, it's hard. It's hard, it's hard, but that's why I like to co-parent. I co-parent with both of my kids' mother because I know that it's hard. I know it's hard, like every day with a child, doctor's appointments, feeding them, make sure in the bills. Like it's hard being that, and being the father. It's supposed to take the weight off of the mother when you co-parent, but
Hmm.
I mean it ain't like that nowadays. But I can only speak on myself.
Yeah, for sure. So you said it was rough when she left, huh?
Man, listen.
Oh man, I admit that it is more challenging, but rough, man. I had it not, man. Listen, I remember my kids. I had to walk to work, right? And
Hmm.
I had the kids. I was working at a gym, and my kids was so well behaved. We used to line up and cross the street, and we used to go inside the gym where I was working at, because they had like a little play area. So I would
Player,
put them in
yeah.
there while I was working. And I remember that, and I remember that they were all, when we was going into the gym, it was just one dude that was always there when I opened the gym. Like, you always had that one person that's there waiting. You know what I'm saying, for the gym to open. And his name was Patrick. And I never forget that every time when we used to go in there, he used to put his hand out like this, just give all the kids, and they
No,
all used to walk past and slap his hand like.
hey, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, so but I definitely know what it's like when you have to. We talking four at the time, so yeah, we're talking four. So
But and then I'm a stepfather too, and that's another challenge within itself to get the kids that's not yours to even learn to trust you, and even it that's a challenge too. But from 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 a year ago to now, I think we all good now. We all on the same page.
yeah, that is, and so building that trust. You know what I'm saying? Because like when it's not your kid,
Hmm.
it's different.
Yeah.
I don't know how comfortable are you the spanking type? Do we get a
Nah,
spanking from you
nah,
or no?
nah, nah,
See,
nah.
that's the same thing. Some things you just don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
like with mine, I had one, but she was 2 years old.
Oh, see, that was
So
early.
yeah, so she was 2 years old, and I raised her all the way up. So she called me dad. She only knew me as dad,
See,
and so I
I caught mine when they were 7, 6, and 7. So
yeah.
they were pretty old.
Yeah, and it was the same thing with me, because I had it when my stepdad came in my life. I was like 12, 11, 12 years old. So, he never really, you know, gave me any spankings. That was all my mom's. He got me out of some spankings though, because my mom would tear my butt up, boy.
Yeah, my mom used to do. She used to catch me in my sleep, man. That was the worst whooping. It's like you dreaming about somebody hitting you in your dream, and then you wake up and see her hitting you.
Exactly. Exactly. So even still, you didn't like. What about coaches? You didn't have any coaches or nobody that you looked up to? Maybe you just forgot.
If I did, I just forgot. But
Yeah.
if I had a role model that came in my life, it was for like a brief moment. You know,
Yeah.
it was quick. It wasn't nothing that I remembered or something like that. Um, and and that's how I made a lot of bad decisions by picking, I guess, following the wrong role models. But
Hmm.
I never, I can't think of not one person that I can't think of one person.
Yeah.
I can't think
Well,
of
I did. It took me a while, but I got seven. I got
seven.
all seven people in order, right? You
Oh,
know, all of them in order from the least to the greatest, being the number one spot in my life. And obviously my stepdad is the number one spot
yeah,
because he
yeah,
actually filled that gap. So that goes without saying. But first and foremost, just to show you how the relationship with my dad was, he's actually the number seven, the last to least on the list,
At
and
least he made the list though.
yeah, exactly. Because obviously he's the one that gave me life,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
and also I have to give him credit because obviously his lifestyle, he was in and out of jail. He had enough sense not to be there. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I felt like him being there could have, put me in the wrong mindset, could have, taught me the wrong things or whatever that situation is.
yeah, yeah.
So let me see. I got some pictures. You still there?
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm trying to figure out where this. Gotta learn how to work this thing, man. I just had it. Bands. Here it is. So I got some pictures. Let me show you what my real pops look like. Let me see. Give me just a second. So yeah, but and you grew up in this area, right?
Yeah, we can go with that.
Why you say it like that?
Cause man, I grew up poor, man. I grew up I mean, I didn't grow up everywhere. I was everywhere. I was here, there. I was in Alabama, and I came to Florida. Then Florida was rough, so we went back to Alabama. And Alabama got rough, and came back to Florida.
Oh,
This is everywhere, man.
all right. So this is so your picture who my real pops look like. Bam, you can see him.
Yeah,
I think this is a prison picture too, by the way.
yeah, it does look like it. The pose
He said the pose.
definitely look like that one.
Cleveland Hooker. Yeah, that's my dude. Cleveland Hooker. That's his name.
I ain't got no
Yep.
picture of my daddy. A lot of people say I
But you
look like.
can yours on Facebook. He passed away though. He passed. He ended up catching cancer when I was in college, and
Oh,
my mom called me and she was like, "You better get over here to visit him. He got cancer, and he giving out money."
oh
so,
man.
so he did, but yeah, I remember it's only a few things I can ever remember about him, but I remember this one time Christmas was coming around. He was like, "What you want for Christmas?" I had happened to see him, and I told him I wanted a Atari 2600, and he was like, "Well, how much does that cost?" And I think at the time it cost like 50 something, $50, $60 or something like that.
Mhm.
He's like, "Okay." And so, but he never got the game system, but he ended up giving me the money. So he gave me like $44, and it wasn't enough. My mom went to the store and got me an Atari 5200, which was the bootleg.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah, it was. You can't get the same games, man. like, what is this? You can't even get the same games.
Man.
So yeah. So then, all right. So let me go to number 6. Number 6. I don't have a picture of him. This was my mom's boyfriend for a long time. His name was Johnny Hart, Buster. My mom probably whooped my butt. You know, I'm putting their business out there.
Old Buster.
Yeah, his name was Buster. They had been together for at least 2 or 3 years, man. And so I just, we spent a lot of time together. I went to meet, his family and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So he had the long Jerry curl.
Jerry curl.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And I wanted one. I
No.
wanted one, just like Buster. I wanted a Jerry curl, man. And he didn't have the Afro one. The Afro one it wasn't as cool. He had the long one. That thing dropped down.
Man, that thing looked like it was hard to maintain, man. Keep up.
Dude, the closest I could get was the S curl.
S curl. I
Yeah.
got an S curl by accident one time.
He said by accident.
I told my mom I wanted waves, so she put like a super perm in my head. Man,
Yeah.
that was terrible.
That happened to me. My mom did my S curl. She left it in too long, and it was just straight.
Yeah, it was super straight.
I went to the Catholic club, and whenever we went swimming, they'd be like, "Is you Indian?" I was like, "No." I'll never forget that, man. He was like, "You Indian?" I was like, "Nah, man. My hair just me.
I just got good hair.
I got good hair." So yeah, but listen, one time Buster used to drive school buses, right? And I don't know,
With the Jerry curl?
With the Jerry curl, man. He was
man.
cool. So he used to drive buses, man. And one time we was all on the bus, from school, and I was like, "That's my dad. That's my dad." I told everybody that was my dad. And when I got home, I got a whooping, man.
Dang.
Exactly. So I owe him a whooping, man. If I see him, I'm gonna give him. He got to see me.
Man, you gotta get your foot right first, man.
He probably super old now. He's super old now. But I don't know. And that's just what I remember, though. I don't know if that was the reason or if I had done something else. So I just remember that. That was the only time, though.
Yeah.
So who I got? Coach Gibson. This was my high school coach. When I was in high school, my junior year, Coach Gibson, I learned a lot when it came to playing basketball. He really helped teach me the science of the game. Questions like, if your team is up by, 20 points and there's 2 minutes left, what do you do? Or if your team is down by this and, it's only 10 seconds left, what do you do? Just different situations. So I just learned a lot from Coach Gibson. So for some reason, he just stuck in my head.
Yeah.
And every time I coach, I try to coach like Coach Gibson. He was super strict too.
My basketball coach was mean, man. He used to get kicked out the gym. He used to he used to throw the chairs on the court. Yeah, grab them.
Yeah, Bobby Knight, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was mean. He was super mean.
So where we at? So number 4. Now I'm just going through the list of all the people that, like I said, was like an influence.
Mm-hmm.
Next one, this person would be surprised too, is Calvin Walker. This was my best friend's dad. And so, they was always hard workers, man. They was always hard workers. They worked at the I think it was like the bus station or someplace they fixed the city buses. And so, they've been there for years and years. But the thing that stood out with him was that we used to, because he had the basketball goal at his house. And so I used to go over there with my friend Jeff. That's where my friend Jeff stayed. And we used to play basketball just all the time, man, for hours. And so he had this tired fadeaway that I could not block for nothing, man. He had this fadeaway jump shot. And I remember arguing with him back and forth because he was telling me, he said, "You need to get you a jump shot, man. You need to get you a jump shot. You're not going to always get to the hole." I'm like, "Man, you crazy. I'm going to get to the hole anytime I want to." And so, but he always, I'm telling you, man, he would hit like bomb, like 6, 7 straight fadeaway jump shots. I'm like, "How are you doing this, man?" So, and I just kind of picked that up learning playing basketball against him, and of course, his brothers, my uncle Phil. I think his name was Phil. He used to come out there. A lot of grown, because at the time we was the youngsters. We was always playing against the grown people. And so that really like molded my game right there, just doing that, the little 3-on-3 or 4-on-4 right there in the backyard, trying to block this old dude with the Jerry curl. He had a Jerry curl too, trying to block this jump shot, a fadeaway, legit fadeaway jump shot. I'm like, I can't get this, man.
Man, you can't keep saying we the same age. You keep throwing up all these Jerry curls. I'm from the cornroll and afro days, man.
Yeah, for sure. So who we got? Number 4. That was number 4. Calvin Walker, man, is just balling all the time. Number 3. This is a guy from my church, Mr. Ed. Let me see if I got a picture. I know I got a picture of Mr. Ed. I'm putting him up there. He got me a shofar. Let's see if you can see him. Bam! You see Mr. Ed right there?
See Mr. Ed.
You see that shofar? He bought me that. That's on my birthday, man. That thing like almost $200-300, man.
He's like a hipster.
Huh?
He's a hipster.
No, he ain't no hipster. He's a veteran. He's a veteran. He just do what he want to do, man. He just do what he want to do. He always smoking. No, he got bad health, but he always smoking. He always say, he got to die from something. So, but we just kind of he called me his son. We just kind of gravitated each other when I was going to a Christian retreat out there. I always see Mr. Ed. He actually taught me how to blow the shofar too. It was hard. We used to go to the back. There's like a lake right there in the back. He used to take me back there, had like 3 or 4 of the shofars, just be blowing them. Wouldn't even wipe it off, just pass it to me.
That's love, man. That is definitely love.
I know, because the first time I got it, I was like, I don't want to be rude and wipe it off, but oh well. Lord bless me. So we just kind of every time I see him, we just always talked, and I rode out to man, I forget where he stayed, somewhere out Ruskin, out in that area. So I went out to visit to him. He had just got out the hospital not too long ago, so it's about due for another check and see how he doing. But him, and that's his wife, Miss Ann. Super nice. But like I said, we just kind of gravitated to each other, and learning how to blow the shofar. Even I even take it to the church where I'm at now. Like it's me and my father-in-law. We the only 2. We blow it there, and so sometimes you got to get over yourself. What people think or whatnot to be able to do those things. So I appreciate him showing me how to do that, and that's just something that stuck with me. Oh, Mr. Ed. So number 2, I definitely got to put this picture up.
Definitely.
Yes, sir. So I'm gonna tell you, when I was, coming up as a single parent, my mom needed breaks, right? And so that was part of the reason how I got to meet my dad. Is she would take me over to my dad's family, and they would watch me for the weekend or whatever. And so they're the ones that end up taking me to meet my dad. And so over there was my cousin, Marvin. He was older than me. Bam, that's Marvin. And that's his lovely wife. And so he would watch me when I was over there. So he would watch me, and so he just became like, how it is when you have an older cousin. They try to make you tough. That we used to always boxing and karate, and at the time my dad had another son named TJ. He used to come over there, and we used to do dance battles, and just always just being rough like that, trying to make me, tough, trying to toughen up. You know what I'm saying? I at the time I didn't appreciate it. I was like, I want to go home. I don't want to be here. I used to drop me off. I used to be crying like, yo, I want to go home. Like, what's wrong with you? This is child abuse. But but just being there. And so what happened is, coming up as a single parent, I don't, didn't have no siblings at all. So I guess I lost him. Maybe he'll jump back on, but I didn't have any siblings at all. And so what happened is, people used to, you get into arguments or fights with people, and you don't have nobody you don't have nobody that got your back. You know what I'm saying? And so Marvin always had my back. So, and I'm gonna tell you what happened. One time we was out because we used to always play football, and I was good at football. Basketball was good, so I was out playing football, and I was just cooking everybody. And bam, I was balling.
Man.
And so, for real, hey, anyway. So anyhow, this dude, he was older. He had to be like maybe a couple years older than me, but I was so young, I didn't know. So anyhow, he started messing. He started picking with me like he wanted to fight, right? And so I was talking. I was like, "I'll go get my cousin," and he was like, "Go get your cousin, then, fool." He just started talking all that. So I was like, "Okay." So then finally, I got tired of it, so I went and ran right around the corner and knocked on the door. Marvin opened the door. He was like, "What's up, man?" I was like, "Man, this dude." I'm crying. It's this dude over here. He keep messing with me, man. He's like, "Okay, I'll be over there." And so I go back out there. He said, "Go on back out there. I'll be over there." So I went over there, right? So we were playing football in this area. And so he didn't come right then. And so then we end up going to another area, right? And all along he's still picking with me, trying to do all this crazy stuff, tripping. I don't remember exactly what he was doing. I just remember he kept picking with me. It's an echo. Why we got an echo?
I don't know.
Is it me echoing?
Check my audio. I got
Yeah.
echo cancellation on.
Oh, okay.
It's
Well,
probably you.
anyway. Yeah, I don't know how it'd be me though. I got cancellation on too. But anyhow, so this is what happened. We went to this other area to play football with another group of guys, right? And this same guy was still there. And so he just kept talking, and I was like, okay, my cousin gonna be coming. And so I looked down the street, and sure enough, Marvin is coming down the street. And I said, there go my cousin right there. And I never forget this because I'm telling you, he was standing there, he was doing like this. He said, "Tell your cousin we cool."
Oh man.
He said, tell your cousin we cool. Like,
oh
and so
man.
Marvin came up there like, yeah, you finna kick your butt. No, Marvin like, you wanna fight this dude? All right, now y'all fight. Like, I'm like, no, that's not how it's supposed to go. You supposed to kick his butt. You, not me. I ain't gonna hire. That's why I called you. And so the dude, needless to say, the dude didn't want to fight. Obviously,
Of course.
I guess the supervision that was there made it too much pressure for him. He didn't want to mess with me no more after that.
That's terrible, man. That is terrible.
Yeah, so I'll never forget that, man. So yeah, shout out to Marv. He's always been there. Like I said, I used to go over there for the weekends and stuff. And I remember I got caught stealing. And
Hey, I got caught stealing too one time. I was like 14 in the store that I stole from. You know what 13th Avenue used to be at?
Mm-hmm.
It was a store.
13th Avenue ain't there no more.
No, the 13th Avenue Center.
Yeah.
Okay, across the street was a store called O'Reilly Deli, and I used to go in there and I used to work for the guy. I used to clean the bathroom, mop the floor. I was like 14. So one time I had went in there and I was just like, man, I'm about to just steal. So I put candy in my undergarments, and then I went to the counter to pay for like a pie or something, and it all fell out like right at the counter.
Oh man.
Then he looked at me. He just
them
looked
big
at me and shook
draws.
his head. And he was so disappointed, bro. I never forget that. He was like, he looked at me in disbelief, like I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I picked the candy up. He told me to just go home. It was a valuable lesson.
Yeah, I don't know how I got caught. I was trying to steal a Twinkie or something, and I got caught. And they ended up finding out where I was staying. I was at my aunt's, and Marvin was there, so he had to come get me. And so he took me home. He made me take all my. He took all my clothes and stuff, everything. Like, you see what you feel like? You ain't got nothing. You see what that feel like? That's how that man feels. Now don't steal nothing again.
Marvin was rough, man.
He was rough.
Marvin was a rough guy.
Yeah, he was. So, but I got the point. I ain't never steal over there again.
Over there.
Nah, like, no, it's too hectic over here.
Yeah, heck yeah.
So yeah.
But
So
that's good.
let me put the number one guy up for sure.
Stepfather.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. This is me at the first surgery when I had surgery on my right.
Okay. I see you got the thing on your head.
Yeah, I don't know why, but
You look like you in pain.
yeah,
Where your
I
stepfather
would.
got? You still around?
Yeah, he's in Ohio.
Oh,
He was
okay.
supposed to come on the podcast. I tried to get him set up, but he couldn't do it, man.
Technology, new technology, man.
It was hard, man. He couldn't do nothing, man. So,
Is it his wife?
but yeah, that's my mom. That's my mom.
Oh,
So they've been
oh,
together. They still together. They still together, man. You talking like over 30 years, man.
yeah. That's where I'm
Over
trying to be at, man.
exactly. It's a good feeling. So he, like I said, he came in my life when I was like 11, 12, right around that age.
Hmm.
And so he just, took over. We ended up buying the house that we was in and stayed there. They still got the same phone number for over 30 something years, man. It's crazy. They still got the same phone number on there. And so he he never, like I said, he never whooped me, but he always, took care of me. He always gave me allowance all the time, every week. I'd be broke by Thursday or Wednesday.
So you want to manage your money there, huh?
Heck no, heck no. They had these things called arcades back then. You can forget it. That's
Man.
temptation. So I used to be broke by Thursday, spending all my money buying stuff at the school store and around the at the arcade. So, but he would just give me money back. I wouldn't ask my mom because I forget that she's gonna go off.
She wasn't having that.
Yeah, so I'll ask Nigel. That's the name, Nigel. And sure enough, uh, he taught me how to drive. You know,
That's what's
put me
up.
in the car. My mom tried to teach me, but she wasn't too patient.
Yeah, she often
Like,
said she probably had too many patients.
oh man, like, oh, watch out, you too over. Go over to the left. You got to go back this way. Stop, slow down. You're too fast. You go over there. Oh, I was like,
That's how my mom was, man. She was making me nervous.
yeah. So I get in the car with Nigel, and so he just be all laid back, smooth, like, all right, you want to turn right there. All right, now you're a little close to that car. All right, now you might want to slow down a little bit. All right. You nervous? You all right? Okay. That's the difference, man.
That's a
So
relaxed environment, man.
it is. So that's how I teach. That's how I taught. The same way I always try to be, smooth like Nigel. Even go
Auntie
ahead.
Tracy said she taught you how to drive, man.
No, Auntie Tracy just gave me her car to drive. She did. Shout out to my Aunt Tracy. As soon as I got my license, she she used to let me drive without my license too. She used to let me drive her car a little bit, not a whole lot. But soon as I became legal, oh, it was on Auntie Tracy. Because she liked to go to bingo. So she would let me drop her off at bingo and whoop, I'd be whipping that thing.
You
Yeah.
had to be back in time to pick her up now.
Yeah, I always was because I knew if I didn't want to mess this up, she was the only one that trusted me. Everybody else, she even let me drive and it was a big deal. She let me drive my senior year, the last day of school. She let me drive to school, and that was huge. Just
Yeah.
imagine the last day of school, you stepping out that thing. You ain't getting on. No, you where you going? You getting on the button? No, I'm driving home. Yes, sir. Shout out to my auntie who hooked me up, man, for sure. So, but talking about again, getting back to Nigel, she said I was never late. Heck no, no. So look, so I remember because I copy these things, you know what I'm saying? And it's just ingrained in my head. I remember when we went to a restaurant, to McDonald's or someplace one time, and it was me, him, and my mom, and they went up to the counter. We went to the counter, and you know how they asked, hi, welcome to such and such. Can I take your order? And Nigel was so smooth. He was like, he looked at my mom. He like, she talking to you. I thought that was the smoothest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, hello, welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order? And he was like, she talking to you, man. Tell her what you want. So what I do when I was on a date, man.
She talking to you.
She talking to you.
Oh man.
Yeah, yeah. So he used to, Nigel's a little shorter than me. And he from Barbados. He not even from, from
I
this
couldn't figure
country.
when you said his name though.
Yeah, yeah. So he would have these friends. He would take me to hoop too, because he worked for the school system. And so he would always have for the school board. And so he would always have keys to different buildings and stuff. And so him and his friends, they could have a key to a gym. And we used to go there and play basketball. It'd be like 3-on-3, 4-on-4. I'm out there killing them. They're not really basketball players. A couple of them was okay. He used to have his friend named Pope. I never forget Pope because again he had the
Jerry curl.
The Jerry curl.
We're not the same age.
but Pope had a Jerry curl, and he used to always wear these sweatpants. So. And when you hoop in the sweatpants, you got that big old print in the front. Like, it is not pretty.
Lord, kill the vision. Oh, kill the vision.
Exactly. So, but yeah, he just, I just remember all those times, and there's just been all good times. That's all,
Yeah,
so, for sure. And everybody, obviously is not fortunate to have people to step in and play that gap. So.
But it's a big gap. It's a big role. Like dealing with growing up without a father, going to school or Father's Day or just I watched my mama struggle a lot, and I just felt like if she had that stability or I don't know, it's a lot with struggling. It's just not the father, but to have that extra support will make your life a whole lot easier.
Yeah, for sure, So, but what about your heavenly Father, huh?
Oh man, we could write a book about him.
For sure. For sure.
It's the reason he is who I am. He is the reason I am who I am today.
Say it, boy. Exactly.
Blessed. I could be in prison. I could be dead. I could be anywhere, man. I made a lot of bad choices as well, but he don't judge me. I never get judged by our Heavenly Father. People judge you, but he forgives 7 times 70. Ain't that's what it say?
Yeah. Yep.
7 times 70. So, you can't. There's no thank you big enough for the blessings that he give you. The situation I'm in now with relocating and all that, it ain't nobody but God. We put forth the effort. We do what we supposed to do when he open the doors or give us the way. But without him, man, we wouldn't be nowhere. And I don't think that he even get the praise that he deserves from people, because just waking up is a blessing. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Making it home safe, driving is a blessing.
Yeah.
Eating food is a blessing. You can choke and just die.
Yeah.
All that stuff is a blessing, man. So
it is.
It ain't no thanks that we can give him.
Yeah. And obviously he's that first example.
Yeah.
He's that first example. Like, we're supposed to look to God as our example to be able to set the tone and the precedence, and for our kids, and how we're supposed to interact with our kids based on him being non-judgmental, and based on him, you know what I'm saying, that what's the love called? Unconditional loving. Exactly. What's the love called? Exactly. So yeah, it's huge, man. It's huge. And I remember just a few times, just just like you said, just giving him praise and just thinking about that, how our lives can be, it can always be much worse. It can always be much worse. And so no matter what's going on, just knowing that, and I don't think a lot of people really think about it, but I mean, obviously, he's the first father. You know what I'm saying? Because he created all of us.
Yeah,
And so, how can we have or honor Father's Day without honoring the father of the human world, the human being?
yeah,
So, for sure.
into that. But Father's Day gonna be cool, man. Father's Day, I salute all the fathers. You
Hmm.
know, all the father figures, all the male role models, because there's a lot of kids that's growing up with people that are role models to them that's not their biological father, and they deserve as much as the credit as any any of the real fathers.
Yeah, that's real talk right there for sure. And don't take it lightly. Don't take
Yeah.
it lightly. You know, when you got somebody that's trying to fill in the gap, or you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying, and being a mentor or a coach or whatever it is, you know, you shouldn't take it lightly because it's a tough job. And
You really don't know the impact you having on a person. Like when a person tell you, like, I look at you as a father figure or something. That takes a lot for a person to even give you that title. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's definitely something you should really appreciate. That's my opinion.
no, that's facts, man. That's just think about the word father and dad.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
tough.
yeah,
That's a
yeah,
powerful word. You know what I'm saying? People can't just throw that around easily. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? And whoever can throw it around easily, they probably don't really understand because
yeah,
it doesn't resonate within their spirit or whatnot. So they can just toss it around. Like for a long time, I was in that awkward stage where I felt like I didn't have anybody that I could call dad. I can put that title. Yes, I had a father figure, you know, and pops. I feel like sometimes pops is just a scapegoat.
escape. Yeah, pops.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Sometimes pops is just the scapegoat when the real word is dad. You
yeah,
know, that real word is dad. So, and that's just again, it's tough. You know,
yeah.
I have a shout out to Tiona. I have a young lady that calls me dad. You know, I've been in her life when she was in high school, she was going through foster care, and I just kind of took that role, and I did it purposely. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew what she was going through, and I
Yeah,
knew she wanted to go to college. She had these big dreams, and I just wanted to be that person to keep pushing her
keep
whenever
pushing it. Yep.
yeah, whenever she
Hmm.
needed somebody to call or she felt like she wasn't going to make it or whatever the situation was. I wanted to make sure I was there.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And I'm
Yeah.
telling you, that's a big impact on people, man. That means a lot because even when you're going through stuff, that's why I think a lot of people hurt themselves because they don't really have nobody that they can call on or nobody they can trust. So once you feel that emptiness that they have, before somebody hurt themselves, they'll give you a call, or before they make a bad decision, or even when they make a good decision, they can call you. It's not all bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good things. They get a job or they get accepted in college or anything, and they can give you a call.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. It's real important. So, all right, man. I definitely appreciate you chiming on, man. It's about time.
Man, you're gonna be seeing me all the time, man.
Say what?
You're gonna be seeing me all the time, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
It's definitely good to, sit here and be able to talk and be able to give our opinion and just chit chat, man. Somebody might be going through something and we just gave them a little light.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
It's
So
definitely,
I got a bunch of stuff lined up for the next few weeks, man. Next week I got and you're welcome to chime in, anytime, man. Anytime you see the stream coming through, I'll be here
yep,
Thursday night and Friday night. But next Thursday I have it's addiction and recovery.
recovery, yeah.
Yeah, so I have a young lady that went through horrible addiction and stuff like that, and she was able to come out and turn herself around. So I'm excited about that, and I got
Yeah.
some other people lined up. I actually got my surgeon, the one who worked on my foot. I got him lined up too.
I see you got Aaron lined up, man.
Say what?
I see you got Aaron lined up. Aaron Cooper.
Yes, I got my boy Coop. He just started a new business for sure. So I want to show him some love and bring him in there, let him Hopefully he talks slow because sometimes Coop I can't understand it. He be talking so fast. You what's
Talking
up,
so
Adrian? What's up, man?
fast. Talking so fast, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. It's definitely good, man. It's definitely needed. And you
Yeah,
coach
man.
it, man.
Coach A, man. I want to be the next Oprah, man. I'm gonna have all uplifting stories and people coming, businesses, tell your story, man. That's what it's about.
Yeah,
Having an impact for sure.
yeah. You get, but it's a platform to give a person that way of letting things out. Some things they just hold it in and don't know when to let it out. So you get them
Yeah,
comfortable on here and they can just let it out. Why am I blurred? Oh,
it was.
maybe it goes went past or something. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely a good platform.
We got some comments. Jimmy, you see Jimmy said, "What's up, fam?"
My
Jimmy.
phone cut off.
Oh, you can't see. You finna go. So I can still see you though. What is that? Your other phone?
Yeah, this my other phone. I'm gonna show you my phone that I'm on
Yeah. So why you telling me it cut off? I don't get it.
because this how I was reading the comments on this phone.
Oh, you got it on both of them. That's why it's an echo, man.
It's still an echo.
Yeah.
It's off. It's dead.
Oh no, I think it's still on.
No,
So,
man.
okay, I don't know, but anyhow, let me get a comment right here. Unfortunately, my father was only a donor. Never knew mine like that. So it truly is a blessing when a child can call on their father figure. Yeah, that's true. And we definitely want to, shout out to all the people that don't know who their fathers are, because that is another thing. Even with me, I know who my dad was. I met him, I talked to him. You know who yours was, you met him, you talked to him. But there's people out there that don't know at all, for
Yeah, at
sure.
all.
At all. So, and that's either way, it's all tough on that individual for sure.
It's a movie coming out on Netflix called I can't think of the name. It's Kevin Hart. It's about him being a single father to a little girl. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I think it come out on the 18th, June 18th on Netflix.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, I'm not mistaken.
I'm gonna have to check it out. We cut Netflix though. We cut Netflix got the boot because they got that show called Cuties or something with the little girls dancing and stuff. And my wife was like, "Oh no, Netflix is not getting our money anymore." And I was trying to hang on to it too because every once in a while they had good movies and stuff.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah. This movie
well,
looked pretty
maybe.
good though.
Hey, I was like, well, maybe they didn't mean it like that with the girls. It's like I don't know. You gonna. I saw it. I looked at it. I was like, well, maybe I was because
Ain't no way of winning that argument, man.
no, I knew it. It wasn't. So I was like, oh well, I guess I just save some money. No more Netflix. He's right Netflix and take the movie down, man. Take the movie down, take the series off, man. That way we can be friends again.
They're gonna be like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So it's called Fatherhood. She just said Fatherhood is the name of it.
Yeah, it that movie looked good. I seen the trailer and my wife, she a crybaby. She was like almost in tears just watching the trailer. She cried. She cried everything.
Oh, you don't be crying? Tell the
No,
truth, Shane the devil. Why you had to hit your chest? This dude lying.
Myself.
You lying on live.
I'm telling the truth. Man, I don't be crying, man.
You don't be getting teared up at movies.
The last movie I cried off of was Set It Off. I don't know why.
Set it off. Oh, you still gangster. I told you God need to break that.
Man, that was like
still gangster.
That was like 2007 or something like that.
Yeah.
I was in Alabama.
I be trying to hide it, man. Sometimes that I can't. Sometimes I can't help it. Like if it's a nice story and stuff like that, I'd be like,
Ain't nothing wrong with a man crying.
Yeah, it be making me mad though. I'm like, why am I getting all the emotion over there? I even tell my wife, like, why you got me watching this dumb mess, man? I don't want who want to watch a movie to cry. I don't want to see this.
We was watching we was watching a new series. I can't think of the movie. My wife was over there crying. She looked at me talking about, I keep crying this movie's sad. I keep crying every episode. I'm like, my bad.
Yeah.
Cry, man.
I'm like, forget it. I don't like them no more. I don't. I want, I'm trying to be all positive, all joy.
The messages in a lot of those though.
It is, but if you gonna be all sad and I start making my eyes water, I'm like, I ain't watching this again. I ain't watching this again.
Watching those crime shows is a bad vibe.
Oh yeah, that's interesting though.
Murders and stuff.
That's history though. Sometimes I look at it just to see what what happened or how crazy people are. Like, man, this dude is crazy. Because I just watched one with that guy. He had like 93 murders.
Yeah.
Yeah, 93, either 83 or 93 murders. It was a black dude too. He was going around there and getting prostitutes or whatever it was. Look, Raquel said she cried at Toy Story 3.
I ain't never cried at a toy movie.
At a cartoon movie?
Nah.
Yeah, man. See?
Toy Story 3. Is that the one with Bear Love-A-Lot in it?
I don't know which one it is, but I know she said they was all finna hold hands and die together.
Yeah. I think that's the one when they was in the track at the landfill and they were all about to die, and then somebody the claw picked them up or something like that. I don't know.
Oh yeah. that one inspirational to you?
Yeah, they got saved. Like never don't. Hey, always keep your trust in God. Keep faith alive.
That's the message. But it wasn't no tearjerker though, huh? It ain't move you. It ain't move you that they was finna sacrifice themselves or nothing, huh?
Nah. She said, "Yeah, that's the one." Yeah, I thought so. I remember that one because that was pretty sad though.
See, but not sad enough.
Nah.
Woo.
No tearjerkers.
Yeah, I got some. He gonna work. He gonna do some more work on you. Watch. You gonna start crying. Yeah. Oh yeah. You gonna start crying. You gonna start getting sensitive.
I just felt like I had to be tough all my life, man.
Mm-hmm.
It affect my relationship, like, cause I just feel like I gotta be tough all the time, and I noticed myself doing that.
Yeah. See, I told you got that heart out of shell. I told you at the beginning.
It's because of you, right? Don't even worry about it. You right?
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean that's how we built as men. We're built to be competitive and protectors. So you have to have that type of mentality at times is helped, but at the same time you have to be able to flip and be sensitive, and what I'm saying, but you don't have to be overly sensitive. You don't have, you ain't got to cry at movies. I'm just teasing you, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I know.
But I can't sometimes I'll be wanting to control it. I can't control it. Like I see something, and sometimes it don't even be like super sad stuff. It'd be happy stuff, like they've been poor all their life and now they found the money.
Pursuit of happiness.
Yeah, like why is this making me emotional? Because they found the money, man. Like,
it's joy, man. Tears of joy, man.
Is that what it is? It don't feel good. I'm telling you, it don't feel like joy.
I don't know when the last time I cried.
Crying. It reminds me of when my mom dropped me off and I was crying because I wanted to go home. That's what it reminds me of. Like that's ridiculous.
I'm scared to cry because I think I'm gonna catch one of them cries where like you just bawling and your nose running, you just out of it.
Oh yeah, well it's been a long time since I did that. Like at least without a belt, you know what I'm saying?
the belt give you the pause, man.
No,
That
you
shows
know what?
pause.
I've done it. I've done it before, praying and worshiping in God. Like I was in a down situation, and so I had like these songs. And sometimes and I used to do this to myself. Like sometimes I would like go periods of times and stuff would be going wrong, and I'd be like, Lord, I need to feel you, I need to touch from you, and all this other stuff. So I had these songs I would listen to, and I'd just be praising and start crying and all this other, like, yes, Lord, that was from you or whatnot.
There
I
ain't
don't
nothing
even
wrong with
it
ain't
was
nothing
just
wrong with a little
me,
worship.
being emotional. That's all it was. It ain't like no. Now I feel like it wasn't no extra touch from God. It wasn't no extra touch from God. It was just me being emotional. So I feel like that all the touches that I have from God is in me right now. I don't,
Yeah,
I don't need anything extra. I don't
yeah,
have to stir up nothing emotionally to do anything special or any of that stuff. I just feel like
yeah,
my connection with God is that tight where, you know what I'm saying? He's on my mind all day. He's in my actions. He's in my words. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So,
man. You're a pretty great dude, though, man.
oh, stop.
You're definitely a great dude, man.
Stop. I trying. You a great dude, man. Are you talking about me?
I know I'm great. I'm the stuff.
You said you the stuff.
I'm the stuffing.
The stuffy.
I'm the stuffing. Nah, but I'm pretty good.
Uh-huh. Yeah, as
I
long as
got a lot.
you let the
Huh?
rage room go.
Yeah, I think I want to open it up in Georgia though, man, because the community we're moving into is very diverse, and there's a lot of college kids there too. So
Oh, you might have to add some special features like choking dummies and stuff like that.
they're trying to enhance nobody anger. I just want to bring a new experience to the neighborhood, man. That's all.
I know. I'm just messing with you, man.
Yeah,
So,
I still get calls for the rage room, so
oh, you
that's
do?
probably yeah. I had got one like last week, so I think that's my signs. I take a lot of stuff as signs.
So what they say? Yo, man,
Like,
when
hey,
you
do you
open
still
up,
have
man?
the rage room? I'll be like, no, not right now. I'm relocating. I'm like,
Where you
okay,
got the TVs? You got the TVs? I just want to break a TV, man. What about the Maxes? Just let me come by and get Axe.
no, man. No,
What
man.
about some hay? Can I get some hay?
Wonder what happened to my hay.
It was yours. You don't know what happened to it?
I threw it away, man.
Oh man, there's some
The
horses
hay
out there
cost
missing some good hay.
me.
Hey, you been horseback riding?
Never.
You need to go horseback riding, man. We went to some place in Tampa, man. It was real nice out on the trails and stuff.
Man, I watch a lot of see this. I tell you why I don't do certain things because of stuff
Oh,
that
here
I
you go.
watch.
It's because you scared. That's why.
Man, I see close calls, man. The people be falling off horses and they go bucking and stuff, man.
Yeah, no, these horses is well trained, man. You just got to go to the right place. That's all.
Wrap my
And,
arm around his neck.
and follow around the horse's neck for
If I
what?
if it start bucking, I'm gonna have to hold on.
Oh yeah, no. Well, you might well slide off. You just slide off to the side. That's all you got to do. Fall to the ground.
Yeah, I
That's
ain't never
it.
been on a horse. I want to go horseback riding though.
You got to, man. You got to, man. It was fun. My wife was a little nervous too, but she conquered her fear and got on it.
Yeah, my wife, she be doing stuff. I be having to do it just so I don't seem scared. She just be going for it. I'm like,
Dude, one of my daughters went uh what is it called when you jump out the plane?
skydiving?
Skydiving. Yes. Exactly. I saw the pictures. Saw the pictures, man. I'm like, you was brave.
Yeah, that's brave. That take a
Yeah.
lot. That
I was
takes a
like, when you get up there, you can't change your mind. She was like, no, because you strapped to the people.
Oh no.
Yeah, when you up there, you strapped to the people. You
Cut
can't
me
ain't no change.
loose.
They just go. You just have to go. I saw videos where they had to, you know, tear people's hands off the doors because they were trying to hold on and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like when you up there, they make you go, man, for sure.
Man, I think the worst experience I had recently was the plane ride. Oh man, that was terrible.
Oh, it was real shaky coming in or going
Taking
out.
off, I was sick.
Yeah.
I ain't know that it makes you nauseous. I'm up there sweating.
Was
I
that
was,
the first time you
yeah,
flew?
first time
Oh,
ever.
oh, and it was real shaky. Yeah, man, it had some bad weather or something.
Southwest, man. Like, coming back, it was pretty smooth. I took Delta coming back, but leaving, man, I don't know. I felt like we was climbing a mountain. It was so shaky.
Yeah, it is. It can be, man. You do. You get nauseous. You
Yeah,
get
I ain't know
nauseous.
that.
You held it in. You ain't throw up. You ain't had to get the
Nah,
bag.
nah, I'm nervous with throwing up, man. I don't like to throw up.
Well, that's good. You have that control over your body. Like we nervous. We're not gonna throw up. So I wish I could tell my body that, like, yo, man, we nervous about this throwing up. That's what I'm saying. I know you feel nauseous, but you know what I'm saying. Something gonna come out that we need. So just leave that everything in there.
I went to the hospital. Me and my wife, she took me to the hospital because I just had the worst stomach ache ever. All I had to do was throw up, but I was like swallowing it. I was holding it in. So we went to the hospital, and I'm in the waiting room. The lady looked at me. She's like, "You got to throw up." I was like, "Yeah." She gave me this bag, and I just like
Let it out.
almost filled it up. And then after I was done, I was like, "Oh, we can leave now." She was like,
Yeah.
"You can't just leave."
Yeah, you can if they ain't charge you yet. Yes, you can.
They try to get my money, man.
Exactly. Yeah, they gonna get you all kind of stuff, man. They gonna put you medication stuff. Oh, you take all this stuff. Nope, I feel better. Most of the time, you feel better after you throw up too, man.
Yeah. I definitely felt better though. I was ready to go when they got me something to eat. I was good.
So, all right, man, that is going to be it. Definitely appreciate you stopping by for sure, man.
Yes,
So,
sir.
shout out to all the people that swung through, came through, and left some comments. I appreciate y'all, Melanie. Oh, look, you see, is that Melody?
Yeah, that's my wife.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I told her
So,
I was
Raquel,
going live with AD. She had to check and make sure.
exactly, because you've been running all them other times. Like, I had to send a message like 50 times. Like, what is this dude doing? So, hey, Jimmy there, man. They doing a boxing podcast too. I don't know if they still on it. They still got it going on.
With the Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury.
Yeah, whoever fighting.
Yeah,
I don't get in. I don't get into boxing all that much. I like to watch it when it's a main event, but as far as the history, that's all that stuff I ain't into. I barely can keep up with football and basketball, man. They know everything about it. That's what the Floridians, man. They just know everything about all sports and their uncles and coaches and sons and daughters and step kids. They know everything.
that's why I hate being a big guy, man. As soon as I walk past somebody, they start talking about sports. I'm like, man, I follow it, but I ain't into it like that.
Exactly. Yeah, I watch playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lucas, Isaiah, they all swung through. I appreciate them for sure, man. So, all right, man. I'm gonna
All
say
right,
bye to
AD.
everybody. Tell you get any last words to the people, man.
Stay humble and stay blessed, man.
Exactly, and make an impact.
Make an impact.